1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. What's up, guys? CJ the Bob's Workers, me Fantasizing 8 here, and I'm finally going to review on Big City Greens. Came out in 2018, the same year as Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Incredibles 2, Hotel Transylvania 3, Goosebumps 2, Peter Rabbit. Sorry, guys. Ralph Breaks the Internet. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Back to what I was saying. Ralph Breaks the Internet, like I just said. The Grinch. Early Man, etc. So, yeah. So basically what the plot is, it's about this country boy called Cricket. Him and his family move to big city. They start a new life and have crazy adventures and crazy events, and that's what basically the plot is. Now, guys, I first discovered this show back in 2019. I heard about this show and I was like, Big City Greens, what's that? I've never heard of this show before. I heard it, so I watched the trailer of it, like an advertisement for it, and watched some clips, and I was like, oh wow, this is pretty funny. And then, starting this year, and then I've watched some episodes last year, and I actually really enjoyed this show, and I was like, wow, this is a great show. And then, I started watching all the episodes of Big City Greens this year on Disney+. And what did I think of the show? I loved this show. The show was a masterpiece. It's definitely a masterpiece show. Yep, I like the show very, very much. And this is one of the most funniest shows I've ever watched from Disney. So yeah, so what could I say? So, I'm sorry all the characters. Cricket's an awesome character. Tilly's great. Bill's funny. Alice is a great character. Nancy's a really good character, even though she didn't get introduced and she got first when the show aired, but she did get introduced later on the show. Remy's an awesome character. Gabrielle is a great character. Officer Keys is funny. Benny is a funny character. He's basically like that Sal from Human Resources, even though he was in like a couple of episodes, but he's sort of like him a bit, except he can talk a lot, and Sal didn't. I'm not talking about Sal from Futurama. I'm talking about Sal from Human Resources, which yeah. Like I said, yeah. If you don't know who Alice is, it's Grandma, which like she's a funny character, one of the most funniest old ladies I've ever seen since the old lady from Turbo. Yeah, Wheezy's great. Russell's Remington's a great character. Community Sue's funny. And yeah, although there are two characters in the show that I absolutely despise. Oh yeah, Vasquez, Remy's bodyguard. Yeah, he's a great character. But yeah, and there is two characters I hate in the show. Gwen Dolan Sapp. She's an awful character. She's seriously like a rip-off to Gail from Bob's Burgers, except Gail's not evil. Except Gail's not evil. She's basically the Grover Fish Order of Big City Greens. That's right, she's basically the Grover Fish Order of Big City Greens, which Grover Fish Order I despise with a burning passion. I mean, he was an okay character in season 12, but in the movie he was god awful. Sorry about that, guys. Back to us soon. I was just checking something. But yeah. So yeah, and the number one worst character of Big City Greens is none other than Chip Wrestler. That's right, Chip Wrestler. Oh my gosh. I hate Chip Wrestler. I despise his character with a burning passion. I never liked his character to begin with. Chip Wrestler, I never liked him to begin with. He's seriously the number one worst character of the show. He's worse than Gwen, Dolan, like I just said. Which, yeah, he's the number one worst character in the show. Like, he's worse than Mao from Total Drama All-Stars. Yeah, Model Mike's personalities. He is way worse than Mao from Total Drama All-Stars. Which, oh my gosh, I despise Mao with a burning passion. And I will review on Total Drama at some point, but it'll be a bit complicated because each season's change. It changes like every season, and different characters get introduced. So I'm gonna I'll review on Total Drama at some point, but it'll be complicated. But I'll try and figure out what I do. Anyway, so yeah, Chip Wrestler is a terrible character, and thank gosh he was not in the movie. Thank gosh, I was so happy he was not in the Big City Greens movie at all. But speaking of Big City Greens, yeah, Big City Greens, the movie Spacecation. Yeah, it was a great movie. I enjoyed it. Yeah. And Lambo, if you're watching this, I recommend you to not watch this review until you watch all the episodes, because this might get into some spoilers for you. Yeah, I know the show's been out for years, but Lambo's only watched the first season. He's seen a few episodes of season 2, but yeah, Lambo's watching this at the moment. So Lambo, if you ever watch this video, I recommend to click off this video and watch this review after you've watched every single episode of the show. So yeah. So anyway, so yeah, the episode where Nancy came back for Cricket, and then Cricket and Tilly were like, "Mom," I was like, Remy was like, "What?" Yeah, the episode after that when Nancy came in, yeah, that was a great episode. Which yeah, and the episode why Vasquez, I said it right, Vasquez is Remy's bodyguard and he never leaves his side at all. He freaks out when Remy says he doesn't need his help. Yeah, that episode was very emotional. It showed us how Vasquez met Remy. He was a criminal at first, but then after saving Remy, yeah, he decided to become his bodyguard and help from now on. Which yeah, that episode is very emotional. Oh, and I've also forgot to mention Gloria. Yeah, Gloria's a great character. She's basically Squidward. She's Squidward of Big City Greens, but a nicer version. Which at first she was not a nice character, but then when when Cricket took the job at Big Coffee, she became nice. Which yeah, Big Coffee may rest in peace, because in season 2 it went out of business because of Chip. So rest in peace, Big Coffee. At least Gloria has a job again now. Which yeah. So, oh gosh, Cinema Sins. Yeah, it's a great channel, but there's some videos I despise in there. Anyway, back to this. Which yeah. So yeah, and the animation, the show's great. I like the animation. My favorite season of the show is season 2. Honestly, I liked season 2 best. Season 3 was a big change for Big City Greens, because they all moved to a farm back to where Cricket was born. They all moved back to the countryside, which the intro of that was pretty good. Which that was very emotional. That episode, the move, which it was great when they were in the farm. But then at the end of season 3, Nancy requested that they could live in Big City and the countryside, so they can go back and forth further up. And now in season 4, in so many new episodes, we're going to see them in the big city and we're going to see them in the countryside. Which that's awesome. Like they do that in Curious George as well, where Curious George lives in the city and he also lives in the countryside as well. Which yeah, I always wondered that when I was little, but yeah. So yeah, what can I say? So yeah, season 4 was a great season as well. I liked all the episodes in this show. And Chip, there's a season 5 coming out. Season 4 was a bit short, but there's a season 5 coming out. Now I need to see Chip and see what happens with him. Who knows? He might get his revenge, but I hope we all thought he was dead, but hopefully he will get written off of Big City Greens, like in Big Mouth, the teacher that Lola had a crush on, which was pretty weird, I know. Which yeah, hang on guys. Sorry about that, back to us soon. Which yeah, I remember the name, it's Terry Liza. Yeah, he was a Big Mouth at first, but then after season 3, he got written off and never returned ever again. Along with Cantadina, which Cantadina last saw in like season 4 in like a future episode, which she got written off as well. Sorry if you can hear that in the background, it's just music, which I'm okay with that. But yeah, and yeah, and so yeah, and guys, Big City Greens. What can I say? It's a great show. I really enjoy this show. So overall, I give Big City Greens a 10 out of 10. It's an amazing, brilliant masterpiece. I love this show very much. And I've seen every single episode of this show. So yeah, my next review is actually going to be Big City Greens, the movie, Spacecation, which I will review on that at some point in the future. I might review on it. I will review on it. I don't know when I'm going to review on it, but I will review on it, so don't worry. And yeah. And my next show I'm watching on Disney Plus is Kim Possible, which I can't wait to do that, guys. Which yeah. And there is a show I'm wanting to review since I started doing reviews, The Simpsons, which I will review on it at some point. Although I did review on it twice, but I deleted both of those reviews because they were pointless. Which I will do a review on Simpsons at some point, and the movie. Which yeah, so Big City Greens is a masterpiece, 10 out of 10. It's a brilliant masterpiece. I love the show very much. I can't wait for season 5. The next review is Big City Greens, the movie, Spacecation. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.